All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. This is the Midday Live Show, and we have a very, very, very special guest all the way in Orange County, California. Her name is Chelsie Overocker. She is a digital content creator and producer for the Hallmark Channel, and she is here today to join us on the Midday Live Show for a very special interview. So, first of all, thank you so much, Chelsea, for joining us today. I say we give her a round of applause.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm so happy to be here. I'm so glad we're finally doing this. So I'm really honored to be here. So thank you so much for having me.
Anytime, Chelsea. So let's start off with who you are. So tell our listeners just a little bit more about yourself and what you do.
Yeah, well, I originally grew up in Denver, Colorado, and I moved out here to Orange County about 7 years ago. I was just for a job transfer for customer service. And from there, I met someone who was involved in the entertainment industry. So I slowly started kind of covering events and I found a passion for it. And then I realized how much I love the Hallmark Channel, especially this time of year for Christmas. I mean, I had it on 24/7. So I was always thinking, how cool would it be to work for that network? I mean, it's like Christmas all the time. And it just, I manifested it and it happened. And then I was able to be hired on full time with Hallmark Channel. So it's kind of been like a dream job so far. I really can't complain.
Well, that sounds amazing. I mean, can you imagine working for the Hallmark Channel and you say like you already love, Christmas and it's like Christmas all the time there? Like that literally does sound like a dream, but so happy for you and so proud of you. So,
Thank you.
congratulations on everything that you're doing. So, your journey in media, like how exactly did it start? Like take us back to the very beginning.
Yeah, so when I did come back out here, well, when I was in Orange County, I had a friend that was in the entertainment industry, and she always like covered a lot of events, did a lot of red carpet, and she brought me on one time. She's like, "You should try this. You might be really good at it." So I slowly just kind of started covering events, and I found a passion for it. And then she's like, "Have you ever heard of this network called AfterBuzz TV?" And I said, "No." She's like, "It's all about TV shows. You cover it." She's like, "I think it'll be a really good way to kind of get your foot in the door." So I went ahead, I applied, they brought me in, and I did an audition, and I got accepted right away. And I think within that first week, I got booked 4 shows to cover. So I was
Wow.
constantly going back to LA. Like I literally spent probably about 8 or 9 hours in that studio because I was doing show after show after show. But I loved it because I was able to really know what it was like, covering after shows, talking with talent, doing interviews. So I really, really got in there. Besides just doing red carpet stuff, what was like, the whole process of being in a studio. And from there, they also covered a lot of articles. So they said, "Do you like writing?" And I said, "Yeah, I like writing." So I went ahead and I started doing so much writing with covering not only shows but interviews, and I think that really kind of set the bar high. Because I wrote a lot for Hallmark. That was one of the networks I covered when I was over at AfterBuzz TV. And Hallmark slowly started sharing a lot of my content through Twitter, and I thought it was really cool. And I got connected with PR, and I got to do a lot of the talent interviews. So that's how I kind of made my connection with Hallmark. And then they were looking for a social media coordinator, and they reached out, and I interviewed for the position, and it just all happened very quickly. And then they brought me on full time to work with Hallmark. So it's crazy how like this, like one thing, like when you have like an open door, how that can just lead into something else. So I never imagined, me covering Hallmark content at AfterBuzz TV could lead to all of this. But I'm so glad I did it. And, I'm just so thankful for everyone who has helped me along the way, because I do believe everyone that has come into my life so far has played a significant role to where I'm at now. And, even if they were just there for a season of my life, I'm just still very, very grateful that they were there and they were able to really help me. So nothing but gratitude.
Wow. It's like Chelsea is a like very great example of you never know how close you are to your dreams. Like you never know like what it's going to take or where you're going to be, how long it's going to take, but like you have a really amazing story. So, like, thank you for even sharing that. That is awesome. Seriously.
Thanks. And just because I'm all about manifesting, can I share this really cool story? So,
Absolutely.
when I was my first year out in California, my mom came and spent Christmas with me. She's like, "Have you heard of the Hallmark Channel?" I'm like, "Well, yeah, I've heard of it." She's like, "I think you would really like their Christmas movies. There's one movie that's called The 9 Lives of Christmas, and I think it's right up your alley." So we went ahead and we watched it. It's all about kittens. And from there, I was like, I got to get a kitten someday because it was just such a cute storyline. And I was in New York a couple of weeks ago covering an event for Hallmark Channel. And one of the main actors in that movie was in the lobby. So I had to definitely stop by and I introduced myself. And I told her the reason why I really joined Hallmark was because of that movie. I fell in love with it. And that made me fall in love with Countdown to Christmas. And I got a kitten because of that movie too. So I was just like, it was so cool. Like it was like a really, really special moment to me.
Love that. Yeah.
Really is too. And speaking of moments, was there a specific moment in your life when you realized that you wanted to be in media, wanted to be in the industry?
When I was in college, I did some modeling and I did commercial work. It was more just to kind of help me get through college and pay for my student loans. But no, I mean, when I came out to California, I just had like an open mind, just so excited to be in a new state. And, everyone I feel like always kind of dreams of just like branching out after you graduate college. So I'm going to say I really wanted to go into entertainment, not till like my second year, really being out in California and then just kind of seeing what LA has to offer and what it's like being out there in the entertainment industry. I think that was my moment. And, I remember I was doing some interviews on some red carpets and I was at Capitol Records. And I think right after that interview, I was like, this is really cool. Like I spent probably 2 or 3 hours there and I didn't feel like 2 or 3 hours. And I remember one of my professors in college said, it will never feel like work if you enjoy what you're doing. And to me, that didn't really feel like work. So I was like, okay, if there's somehow I can do this as a living somehow, like at some capacity, be with the network and do something similar to it, then I'm happy. And I think that's what I always strived for.
It's amazing. Yeah.
And you're doing
words.
it.
I'm trying.
Yeah. When it comes to inspiration, we all have our own muses. Is there something that motivates you?
Yeah, I think it's just, I had a really good example. It's my mom. And I look up to her so much. So she is a single parent. And when she was my age, and I'm 30, and she had me, and she was getting her master's in accounting, plus she had her regular job, and she was doing all of that by herself. So I think that always motivates me to want to be the best version of myself because I had a really great example growing up. So that's something I always strive for. And I always feel like whenever I had like a bad day or, I have a kitten right now and he's testing me on a lot of things and I have to go back thinking, okay, wait, Chelsie, your mom, she had you and you were only 1 year old, plus she was getting her master's degrees and she was, working a full-time job. You have nothing to complain about. So she really always motivates me. And whenever I'm feeling, I'm feeling lost or I just need like some inspiration for myself, I always hop on the phone with her. She's always available and we talk for a few hours and she really helps me through literally any situation that I'm having. So I'm so beyond blessed to have a mom like that. And I'm just very grateful that we're so close.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. It's the support system for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's big.
Yeah, definitely. You have to have a support system, even no matter what you're doing, no matter whether you're going in the entertainment industry or, with whatever career, you have to have a community out here. And I learned that, especially coming out to California, not knowing anyone. I didn't have any friends. I didn't have any family. I just drove out here to the West Coast and I just kind of picked up my life and just went from there. And you do need to have a support system because you can't control what's going to happen sometimes in your life, especially with your career. But as long as you have really good people there that can just motivate you, push you, then that's really all you need. And I think the rest is just going to fall into place when it's supposed to fall into place.
You can say that again for the people in the back. Yes, I agree. Right? Snap on that.
Yeah. So, like you said, everything's falling in place for you as far as a support system.
Yeah.
Even as far as this position that you're in now being a dream job. What would you say? What would you have to say for someone who's looking to make their way in the same industry?
I would say if one door closes, be okay with that, because I do believe another thing is going to be happening and another door is going to be opening, and it's going to even be 10 times better. You might not see it now, but I got pulled in so many different directions. Like when I first started in entertainment, I thought I was going to be going in this direction, and then it quickly turned and it went here. So you have to know how to pivot very quickly. And I think that was a really good lesson that I learned for myself, because I had a hard time experiencing change. But when you're able to adapt to change very quickly and you're able to move it, I think there's going to be some really good opportunities. And don't be so hard on yourself. Like, I think I definitely I'm my worst critic. Like, I'll go back and say, why did I say that? Or why did I do this? Just have fun with it. We're all human. And, I think when the people that are supposed to be in your life, they're going to be there for you. So I just say, just have fun with it, and then be okay to change and be okay to adapt very quickly, because especially going to entertainment, you're going to get thrown a lot of things at you. And I think you just have to just go with it, and, but also enjoy the journey, because for me, I'm one where I'm like, I want to be here right now. Like, why am I not here? But, sometimes you need to go through those learning blocks, and sometimes you need to just go through the process, trust the process, and really enjoy that journey, because there's so much I've learned along the way, and I'm still learning. Like, I still have goals for myself. I still, want to be able to climb the ladder, but I'm also enjoying what I'm doing now. I had a really cool moment where I was able to cover an event in New York, and I was just like, oh my God, gotta go. I gotta cover this. I gotta cover that. And then I had to remind myself, like, Chelsie, just relax. Here you are in New York, with a network that you love. Just take a moment just to have this sink in. Like, you worked hard for this, just enjoy it. So I think that's one thing, is always enjoy the journey. And always set goals for yourself, but pat yourself on the back, even if it's just a little thing, because sometimes it's going to get really tough, but you get rewarded really well, and enjoy those wins when you can.
I love it. Speaking of goals, we are wrapping up 2022. So what is a goal that you have set for the next year, the new year coming in, 2023?
Yeah, I think definitely I would love to continue growing in my career. I've been covering a lot of events for Hallmark Channel, and I want to still continue doing that. I love traveling. I love connecting with people. I love connecting with their talent. So I want to strive for that going into 2023. And right now I'm in my Super Bowl season for Hallmark. So I think just being able just to get through countdown to Christmas. I'm covering over 40 movies right now.
Wow, my
yeah,
goodness.
Amazing.
And that's just on Hallmark Channel. We have Hallmark Movies and Mysteries, but I can't take all the credit. I really wish I could bring my whole team into this interview, because they're rock stars. They're the best in the industry I've worked with, and I think they're just so amazing. We have each other's back, and we're there to get the work done, but also have a really good time. But I think we're all just let's just get through countdown to Christmas, and we're there. We're doing it. We're halfway there. And honestly, right now, in my mind, I'm always focused on next year, because that's how the entertainment industry works. We're always ahead. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm starting to get stuff for 2023 Christmas. I'm not even done with Christmas 2022. But I think that's a big goal for mine, is just to get the work done and also enjoy it, but survive that.
Well, you got this. You got this. I know. That sounds like a lot. 40 movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot. But again, it's funny. I was talking with my mom, and she's really busy right now. Everyone's really busy, I think, the last quarter before the year ends. And I always joke with her. I'm like, yeah, Mom, I got to like watch 3 Christmas movies tonight. She's like, oh, 3 Christmas movies. I'm like, it's a lot, you know, like we do a lot. We dive in, we have to time the movies. We have to write the tweets for them. And then also I produce a lot of the social live interviews, which you should check out on Facebook. And, you know, we write questions for the talent so they can answer them and help promote their movie too. So it's fun work. It's a lot, but it's fun work. Like I can't complain. I really do enjoy what I do.
That's awesome. Well, for one, thank you so much, Chelsie, again, for joining us today on the Midday Live Show, our season 2 premiere.
I know. Congratulations on season 2. That's amazing.
Thank you. So definitely before you go, tell everyone where they can follow you and where they can check out some of your work.
Yeah. Okay. So you could follow me on Instagram at Chelsie Overocker, on Twitter at Chelsie Overocker, and then check out the Hallmark Channel on Facebook, just Hallmark Channel. Same thing with Twitter and Instagram as well. Yeah, I produce a lot of the social lives, so we usually push those out every Thursday and Friday. And you can kind of just see what I do behind the scenes and how we get it put onto Facebook and Twitter there too.
Awesome. And big shout out to Buttercup in the background.
You see him? I know. Yes. I knew he was going to make an appearance. Whenever I do any type of interviews or I'm on these Zooms, he's always in the background. So Fakey, say hi, Buttercup. Say hi. He's giving himself a bath. He's about to go to sleep right now. It's his nap time. It's his 5th one of the day. So he needs to
wow.
Must be nice.
I know. It must be nice. I was looking at him the other day and I'm like, I am so tired. And here he is all stretched out. I'm like, it must be so nice to be you.
Just naps on end. Naps on end.
Naps all in.
Responsibility.
Yes.
Make my nap on time.
Right.
I know. I wish I could put that like when I let my team know, hey, by the way, I need to take my nap right now. I'm kind of late for that. I'll be back in an hour.
If only, you know.
If only.
Well, thank you again, Chelsie. This has been amazing, and your story is so inspiring. So I hope when others listen that they get a little sprinkle of inspiration as well, that you never know when you're so close to your dreams, and just keep going and enjoy yourself. That was the main thing I took away from you. Enjoy it. Take it in.
Enjoy it. Have fun with it. Make sure you build your community. That's important. But yeah, trust the process and enjoy the journey, because it's really amazing from like what you manifest and what you want, and then how like the journey kind of lays itself out. It's really cool how everything connects. So I definitely recommend that. So yeah, thank you. Thank you guys so much for having me. This has been a blast.
Pleasure's ours. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Anytime.